Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with my Saturday night shenanigans. How is everyone tonight? Um, Sorry I'm so late. Life gets in the way sometimes, but what matters is that I'm finally here. And I'm here to do the recap for season 5, episode 19, Moms Behaving Badly. And oh boy, were the moms behaving badly on last night's episode, but we're going to get into that. Let some people get into the room, and we'll be discussing the episode. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Wait 1 second. It says comments are not supported on private videos. Why is this thing private? Hmm. Can you guys comment on this video? Because for some reason, on my end, it says comments are not supported. And I don't know why. That's weird. I might have to log out and come back in.
You can, Mom.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I can't see them on my end. I don't know why I can't see the comments on my end.
Just watch your stream on YouTube yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So, guys, this episode, all I have to say is Chevelle has problems with the moms, but we're going to get into that in a moment. And Chance, I don't know how he sounded like an 70-year-old man and a whacked out 19-year-old at the same time, but we're going to get into that too. So, but I want to get into Britney and K Rock first because their scene was very short, but it was so emotional. And we've already been here with Britney and Key Rock once before, and I don't know, like Britney, like she needs to deal with the issues that she has with her mom because she's just I don't know. So first of all, Key Rock was so cute practicing his Spanish in the beginning because he wants to impress Brittany's grandma, so he's like all practicing his Spanish and everything. And 1 minute he's practicing his Spanish, and the next minute him and Brittany are in a full out screaming argument because he mentions that Brittany's mom won't like him because he's from the hood. Okay. And that just set her off. And this scene, even they were only shown once, okay, in this whole episode. And it was a brief scene, but it was so intense and crazy. Okay. She went ballistic. She went ballistic. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. She locked herself in the bathroom. She was like, forget it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to film. You guys can get out. She was going nuts, okay? And when Key Rock went into the bathroom, Key, Key Rock was like, why are you so upset? Why are you going crazy? And we've seen this before. We've seen her flip the fuck out at the mere mention of her parents, okay? And she has to deal with this. She can't flip the fuck out every time someone mentions her parents, okay? She needs to deal with this, and she needs to deal with this in a mature adult manner. And that does not involve flipping the fuck out. Okay? So she's screaming, flipping out, and Kira just wants her, to see that her mom is not going to accept him. And she's like, my mom doesn't even accept me. My mom doesn't even like me, Kirok, okay? So, the issue lies deeper than just you. And Kirok's like, okay, I understand. I get it, but just calm down. Let's go. Let's meet your grandmother. And he's like, I'm hoping that I can make a good impression on her grandmother so she could tell her daughter, Kirk is such a great guy. Maybe, the grandmother could tell her daughter, you know, Kirok is such a great dude. Give him a chance, and her daughter, won't be so hard on the fact that Kirok wasn't born a biological male. Okay, because Britney's thing is my parents are not going to accept Kirok because he is not a biological male. It doesn't matter that he's from the hood or from the Upper East Side. He's not a biological male. My parents are not going to accept him. Period. Okay? Like I said, they had a very brief scene, but it was emotional AF. And I like Britney and everything, but she has a lot of maturity to do. Okay? She needs, girl flies off the handle way too hard. I mean, I get it. This is a very emotional subject. Okay? I get it. But I mean, girl, that whole scene was like, whoa. 1 minute Key Rock is practicing his Spanish, and the next minute she is screaming at the top of her lungs and locking herself in the bathroom. It was like, whoa, what the hell just happened? Like, okay, so next, I want to do Sean and Sarah, okay, because that was also brief and emotional for another reason. Okay. Now, Sean has maxed out every credit card they have on his girlfriend, but it's not what you think. His girlfriend is the tow truck. Okay. Now, the tow truck needs repairs, and this is their business. This is their income stream, and you need to spend money to make money, unfortunately. And he has spent a lot of money. Okay, so this better work because they're broke. Now, Anthony has disappeared again. And Sarah is about, she is emotional over this because she really wanted Anthony to be a part of Abby's life because Sarah didn't have that father figure growing up. Her father is a piece of shit. And she really wanted to give Anthony that opportunity to be involved. And he was doing good for a while. He was showing up, but he didn't show up to the birthday party. And the last time they saw him, he was about 40 pounds lighter and he was dozing off. Okay. So Kathy, Sarah's mom, is like, listen, if he's doing drugs again, he is not going to be anywhere near you. He's not going to be anywhere near Abby. Like, I don't need him triggering you. He's not going to be anywhere near Abby. Like, this is bullshit. So Sarah's like, no way. I'm going to call him. I'm going to ask him to meet up, and I'm going to ask him to do a drug test. Okay? And Sarah's like, unfortunately, maybe Sean was right about him in the first place. So Sarah calls him, and guess what? He doesn't show up. And Sarah is devastated because now, unfortunately, because Abby got a taste of Anthony, she is going to be even more devastated because you see, Sarah really never got to know her dad. Unfortunately, Abby got that opportunity. She's going to have those memories of her dad, and it's going to devastate her even more. So Sarah is so devastated, and she's crying for how, you know, so upset her daughter's going to be, how devastated her daughter's going to be. So that was another short but very emotional scene. Next, we have Lindsay and Blain. Blain wants to join the Stoner Club. Welcome to the Stoner Club, Blain. But Lindsay is like, no fucking way. Okay. Now, remember Lindsay when she was out with her friend Six and they were collecting money and she was checking out the camera footage on her phone and she was like, wait a second, it's only 6:30 and Blaine is sleeping already. Well, Blaine is depressed as fuck. Okay? So he went to go see his doctor and his doctor recommended a medical marijuana. I am all for it. Welcome to the Stoner Club, Blaine. So anyway, but Lindsay, which I get this, she's on federal probation, and she's like, hold up, wait a minute, where are we going to store this medical marijuana? Okay, like, I don't think the federal probation people are going to be too crazy about having medical marijuana in the house. And we're both supposed to be sober. Like, I don't think this is a great idea. And we're pinching pennies as it is. Like, I'm supposed to come up with 20K to pay Tyler to help me not spend 40 years in jail. So where are we supposed to come up with this money for your medical marijuana? Okay. So while Lindsay, gets that Blaine is depressed and he wants to, help his depression. She doesn't think that medical marijuana is the best way. And especially after her conversation with Tyler, the lawyer, and Tyler's like, I don't think this is a great idea. This whole thing makes me nervous. It may be a big red flag with the feds. Okay, she's just like, I don't think this is a good idea. So she gets home after working, her third shift. And the kids are not up, getting ready for school. Blade is not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And she's like, let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself pulling the weight that you're supposed to around here? And Blaine's like, yeah, I do. And Lindsay's like, I don't think so. I think that I pull more weight around here than you do. I work more hours than you do. I cook, I clean, I do laundry, I do this, I do that. And and you really, I don't think you pull your weight as much as you should. And you blink, and before you know it, they're arguing. And next thing you know, Blaine, hits the pan of bacon that Lindsay was frying on the stove. And still, it's like, whoa, okay. So now let's move on to Justine and Mike, whose word for their section is unfortunately. Okay. So Mike brings these beautiful flowers to Justine. Justine is like, wow, thank you for the flowers. What's the occasion? Now, like I said, the word for their section, unfortunately. So, honey, I have some bad news. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we can't move just yet. And she's like, unfortunately, what the fuck do you mean? Unfortunately, Mike, your wife is about to kill you. Okay, just to let you know, unfortunately, a murder is about to be committed, okay, in front of your eyes. So Mike is trying to explain, you know, what happened, and she's like, unfortunately, are you fucking kidding me? So now she's like, you are going to explain to the kids what's going on. Okay? So Kylie, the looks Kylie was giving Mike, unfortunately, I swear I thought Mike was going to drop right then and there. Okay? So Mike is trying to explain how he unfortunately fucked up, okay? And how he unfortunately lied to everybody, and how it will be unfortunately 30 to 90 days. So the kids are looking at him like, what the actual fuck? Okay. Kylie, her looks, I like, she is like boring like holes into his head. Okay. And she's like, Mom, how do you feel about all this? And Mike starts to answer the question, and she's like, I'm not asking you. I'm asking my mother, the one who is going to give birth to a child in a house that is not ready for a child. Okay. And then she realizes that Mike let her mother cancel her doctor while he had the knowledge that they may unfortunately not be able to move to Vegas. And she is looking at him like, I'm going to fucking unfortunately kill you and get rid of your body, and no one will know. Okay. So the boys may be forgiving. You know, the boys are like, oh, we love you, Mike. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry I lied to you guys. But Kylie, unfortunately, is not so forgiving. Okay. So Kylie wants to fucking kill him. Now, we have Melissa and Louie just in her nose, but Melissa's word for her section is unsatisfied. Okay? Because nothing Louie could do could fucking make her happy. Okay? So she breaks the news to Louie that she decided to go for a consultation for her nose job. Okay? While Louie was at probation, didn't tell him anything about it, and she needs him to go with her to New York City, okay, and to be with her while she gets her nose job. And Louie's like, well, I do need to get a travel pass, okay? So you need to tell me these things beforehand. And like, we need to think about these things because I am on probation. And you would like flip the fuck out if I was to do something without checking with you first, and you went and got a whole consultation and made a whole appointment to get a new nose without checking with me, like what in the actual fuck? And she's like, well, are you coming with me or not? So Louie's going with her to New York, and he decided that he's going to set up something nice, okay? While they're in the city, he's going to set up a little date for them in Little Italy. And she's like, "Oh, are we going to a nice restaurant?" And he's like, "We're going to a place. We're going to a joint. Okay, we're going to a place." And she's like, "What kind of place?" "A pizza joint." "Oh, you're taking me to a pizza joint?" "He's taking you to a Little Italy pizza joint, Melissa. Little Italy has some of the best pizza joints in the world. Appreciate the finer things in life, girl. So he takes her to a pizza joint owned by his mentor. Okay. And then he breaks the news that he got a job at a pizza joint down the block from their place. No, she's not happy with that. No, not at all. Not at all. She's not satisfied. She's like, oh my God, he's going to be making the same amount that a 17-year-old is. I would have never moved into the place that I moved into. I can't afford it on my own. Give the guy a couple of months to settle in, get a real job. At least he got a job. I mean, how long has he been out? And he got himself a job, Melissa. I mean, come on. Like I said, the word for his section is is dissatisfied. She is never satisfied no matter what he does. And like Louis said, do you want me not to take the job and just keep looking for a job? At least he has some source of income while he's looking for something better. Come on, Melissa, give the guy a fucking break. Oh, gosh. Okay. Now I want to go on to Taylor and Chance. Could fucking Chance. Fucking Chance. That's all I have to say. It's fucking Chance. Taylor's trying to get back her laptop. Okay. And Chance is just acting like an asshole because he's caught. He's guilty AF. He's caught. And he's just, he's just acting like an ass. So, but Taylor got her girl squad. She got Bobby and she got her friend Sarah. So she tells them the story. She shows them the receipts. Sarah's like, I've always known Chance is an asshole. Okay. Yes, Earl. Sorry, Earl. Let me call him by his government name. So Sarah's like, I've always known that Earl's an asshole. Taylor could do better. Okay. So, but he has the recipe for the proof in the pudding. What shit is that? Can someone explain this to me? What is the recipe for the proof in the pudding? He sounds like a fucking 70-year-old man. I must have rewound that like 3 times. I'm like, what is he fucking saying? I cracked up when Taylor threw his shit in garbage bags. Okay. And I fucking loved it. I was like, throw all his shit out the fucking window, Taylor. Come on. But then, of course, he had to be a dick and threw her laptop in the dirt. So, and then he's like, I am capable of being deceitful. I'm capable of punching you in the side of the head, leaving you on the ground. And he was going on and on. And I'm like, that's why you were shaking in your boots when Babbo showed up and grabbed you by your neck? That's why you were acting like a little wuss when Babbo was looking for you? Because you're so capable of doing all these things? Shut up, Earl. Um, so he was just being a total asshole, going on, and then he tried to break in through the door, like he's like, oh, who's here? Is there another guy here? And Bobby, because Bobby is Taylor's twin, and there is no one closer than a twin, okay? Bobby nearly tackled his ass. I was like, you go, Bobby, tackle him, okay? Bobby nearly tackled his ass. And they go outside to talk, and it was just more bullshit coming out of his mouth. His breath stinks. He talks so much shit. He's going on and on about Taylor cheating on him, and he never cheated on Taylor. And I don't even know. I was like blocking out half the shit he was saying. After a while, it sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah. And he wants to see Mason. Okay. he wants to see Mason, and he's going to see Mason, and Taylor's like, I'm not going to block you from seeing Mason. Just let me know. We're going to make arrangements, and you'll see Mason. And he thinks that they're going to reconcile. And Bobby and Sarah's like, Taylor, you need to get a restraining order. So, yeah. Now we're going to close out with Chevelle and her shower that didn't turn out so well. But first, she was trying on wedding dresses, and I was expecting like the whole Say Yes to the Dress crew to come out. So she's trying on these dresses, and Quaylon's mom is still trying to find out who is going to contribute what to the wedding expenses, okay? But when she's confronted on what she's going to contribute, she's like, oh no, I'm the groom's mom, and traditionally, the groom's parents don't pay for anything. So I think that the groom's parents should stick to tradition and not pay for anything. It's usually the bride's parents, who pay for, the bride's parents who pay for everything. So I just wanted to know, Chevelle's mom, what you're paying for. And Chevelle's mom is like, you know something? I think I'm going to contribute for the food because I like to eat. And the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm watching them argue about who's going to pay for what when it comes to the wedding costs. And I'm thinking to myself, isn't WeTV paying for any of the wedding costs? Why are we even arguing about this? They didn't get WeTV to pay for anything. So Chevelle's mom says she's going to pay for the food. Quaylon's mom is going to stick to the tradition of the groom's parents not paying for anything because that's tradition. Okay, so Chevelle decides on a dress. Everybody's in love with it. I'm looking for to say yes to the dress crew to come out, but they didn't come out. Okay, and next thing is Chevelle's wedding shower. Okay, as Chevelle says, it's the day of her shower, and she's not going to let anyone ruin her day. Okay. The mamas didn't get the memo. Okay. So it started off with Chevelle spending too much time on the Q side of the room. Okay. She was hanging out with Quaylon's mom and his sister. Okay. Like I said, she was on the Q side of the room, and her mama didn't like that too much. Okay. Her mama was like, oh, it's about time that you came over here and acknowledged me. And Chevelle was like, I just wanted, to spend time over there with Quaylon's mom, with the positivity over there, with the positive vibes. Because, to tell you the truth, mama, you talk a lot of crap about Quaylon and about me and Quaylon's relationship, and I really didn't want to deal with it today, mama. So that's why I decided to stay over on the Q side of the room, with Quaylon's mama and his sister and with his relatives, because it's all love, light, and positivity over there, as opposed to over here where you have a tendency to talk crap about my beloved. And next thing you know, Quaylon's mama comes over and kind of grabs Chevelle by her arm and says, come on, sweetie, come over here. You don't have to deal with this negativity over here. And Chevelle's mama is not having it. She's like, hold up. That's my daughter. You birthed Quaylon. You didn't birth Chevelle. That's my daughter. That's mine. Oh no, you don't get involved in the mix with mine. And next thing you know, there's a whole shit show. And the mamas are fighting. Oh yes, the mamas are fighting at the wedding shower. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're here going on. What's going on? And yeah. So we have a shit show. So the mamas, they didn't get the memo not to ruin Chevelle's day because they kind of did. So, yeah. So that's basically it for the episode. So, now, guys, now that I have you all here and you sat through my recap, I just kind of wanted to address something personal that is coming up and something that has been floating around the interwebs that I just wanted to address. So, first of all, personally, and I don't want to get emotional. Okay, so if I start getting emotional, it's because I'm menopausal Mary. Okay, first of all, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am epileptic, and my neurologist wants to change my medication. So he is admitting me to the hospital, and I will be in the hospital from January 30th until February 3rd. So I wanted to let you guys know that I will be temporarily shutting down the YouTube channel from the 30th until the 3rd, but I will still be playing around on Instagram during that time. So I'll still be around. You guys won't get rid of me that easy. Secondly, there has been apparently some drama, because there always is drama on YouTube. So it has been brought to my attention that apparently there has been some drama and I've been named in it, and I just want to address it briefly. So, from what I understand, there has been a new article about Letitia Collier and her bankruptcy petition and all this good stuff, and an interview that we did that is being used as evidence and all this other stuff. And I just wanted to say, apparently, some people are under the impression that I have a war with sarcasm. There is no war with sarcasm. I just sit here, I do content, I interview cast members. If cast members have opinions against other content creators, against other vloggers, it is because they have their own brains and they develop their own opinions. I don't have anything to do with it. I do my own content. I sit here, I interview, I do recaps. Honestly, guys, I have my own issues in my real life. I don't have time to manipulate people, to have them start wars and to do vengeance on my behalf. If I want vengeance, I'll take my own vengeance. As you guys seen, if I want to start a war, I'll do it, and I'll do it on my own. I don't need cast members to do it for me. So I don't know what all this drama is all about. All I know, I've had a couple of messages in my DM today, and I'm like, wow, my name's being mentioned again, but not really. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on in my life. If I'm kind of quiet or seem kind of off, that's the reason why. And that's basically it. There's no wars going on over here, just producing content, interviewing cast members, and dropping tea. That's basically it. So, thank you so much, guys, as usual, for watching me. And that's all. See you next week. Thanks. Bye.